Welcome to The Big Chair. This is a new segment that I'm starting where I want to talk about philosophy of photography, philosophy of filmmaking, and the changes in the industry. What do they mean? Subtle little things can make a big difference. And what are one of those little things that to most people might not seem very important? But if you're a filmmaker, a YouTuber, a small business person who wants to create amazing content, then this small thing is a very big thing. What do I want to talk about? I want to talk about the Ninja 5. Yes, I do. And here it is. My Ninja 5 arrived a week or so ago. I haven't fully unboxed it yet, but I have been playing with it, just checking out how it all works. Atomos, the people that make this, have been working on these screens that are also recorders for quite some time now. The Ninja 5 is a new chip. It's a new chip that does more with less power, with less heat. And this is what makes the Ninja 5 so amazing, because it packs a whole lot of punch in a really small case about the size of an iPhone Max. You know, the new one. The X Max, the Max S, whatever it's called. Where is mine? Let me go grab it and I will show you how similar in size it is. There it is. My iPhone is actually longer. So there you go. So this is an amazing device. For size, power consumption, heat. Atomos are saying, because people are saying it's a bit noisy. This is the fan here. Fair bit of fan noise comes out of here. And that it gets very hot. Both of these things are allegedly going to be addressed in a new firmware update. But let's cut to the philosophy. Let's cut to why this particular item becomes a tipping point. And for me, it's a little bit like the Ronin S and other brands of the same sort of handheld gimbal that's $1,000 and below. It becomes a tipping point. This becomes a tipping point. And why is this a tipping point? One of the major reasons this is a tipping point, even more so than it was when I first bought this, is Nikon's recent announcement of raw 4K video straight off the sensor over the HDMI cable into the Ninja. This is video really that's found in super high-end cameras, this level of video, where you will spend a lot more money to get the same outcome. And right now, you can spend $2,000 on a Z6 or $3,500 or so on a Z7. With this, where you get a kit for around $1,000 or just the unit on its own if you have batteries and all the other peripherals already for like $600 or $700. And you are shooting 4K RAW. And you go, well, why is that amazing? RAW, it's just like a raw stills file. You have the potential to adjust, post-process that file more than you can do the baked-in codecs that are stuck within your camera today. It's a bit like JPEG, working with a JPEG file versus working with a RAW file. So what this means is you've got commercial grade filmmaking capabilities in your hands with a lens, with a Z6, with this, maybe with a Ronin. You're under 5K. You can buy some other things with 5K. And if you're keen to be an independent filmmaker, just like there was an explosion when Canon created the 5D, it changed the capacity of the world to create content. And I think this is one of those moments where with a Z6, a Ronin S, whatever else you want to do, but at a very, very affordable price point, you can create content. You can become the filmmaker that you want to be. You can experiment and you can create stuff. You might create an indie film that ends up on Netflix because those guys are making and buying stuff at a crazy rate. And of course, Apple are now creating their own content. So this is a paradigm shift. This box can be plugged into everybody's cameras. Not just Nikon, but Nikon are the first at this price point, at this sensor size, to announce RAW over HDMI. They're the first to do it. Over the years to come, they'll all do it, and then this will be available to everybody. So this is so exciting. This is an exciting day if you are a filmmaker or you make commercials. And even as a YouTuber, right now, YouTube compresses things quite a lot, and a lot of that quality gets lost. But I would say, if you shoot in the higher bit rates, it still comes down through, and it also allows you to adjust and create the look and feel that you want, which does end up being seen on screen, just not as well. So it's not to say that YouTubers don't benefit. There is an argument that most people wouldn't notice, but I don't think that's true. You look at a channel like Peter McKinnon, where he puts a great deal of effort into what it looks like. It's subtle compared to someone who doesn't, but we can all see it. It's there. So if you're interested in filmmaking, YouTubing, playing and experimenting at a professional grade level, you know, you can start with something like this. You don't need a Red. You can start to play for a very, very affordable amount of money. Of course, there are technical things that these cameras cannot do. Rolling shutter is still an issue. So they don't replace a cine camera. At the end of the day, they don't replace it fully, but they do replace it sort of 90%. And I hear that the rolling shutter on the Z6 is almost non-existent. You can shoot in a way where rolling shutter is never even exposed anyway. So the Ninja 5. The Ninja 5 is a game changer. It's like when the Apple Mac arrived, desktop publishing for everybody. The internet arrived and everybody became a publisher. Instagram arrived and everybody became a marketer. Well, now with the coalescence of full frame, RAW, and the Ninja 5 being able to record that, we all have in our fingertips, for similar sorts of money as the original Mac, you can now create professional content that, if you put the trouble into getting it right, could be broadcast anywhere you like. From a website, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all the way up to Netflix. This kit, this box, which can I say just takes standard SSD. This is like a $100 SSD drive, 1 terabyte in here. It just slots in. It's in a little caddy. There it goes, and it takes standard Sony batteries, which you can buy third-party ones, in that slots, just like that, and you have this device ready to run. This is the biggest battery. I actually think this one's too big. It's fine if you're not moving, but if you're running and gunning, that's a ridiculous amount of weight. I'm very excited for what this holds for the future of filmmaking, content creators, vloggers, bloggers, artists, experimenters. We all have more power than we've ever had before. This is the Ninja 5. I'm really looking forward to diving a bit deeper into just creating content. I want to create content, and hopefully there's a forum where we can see how good this is. It's a long road. I'm an artist first, a technician second. So I iterate up to the point where I'm feeling like I'm comfortable and I know what I'm doing. Just like I've been creating my filmmaker's kit. So over the last 12 months, this is exactly what I've been doing. Searching for the right full frame camera that allows me to do stills and video at a quality that I like, that could do 4K. I've gotten the Ronin S for beautiful smooth tracking shots, and then I wanted an external screen and recorder for that higher end codec. None of us ever expected that Nikon were going to go RAW. Prior to that announcement, we had 10-bit 422, which was amazing in itself, but RAW is a whole other level. And of course, this thing goes in ProRes, so we can go straight into Final Cut Pro, which suits me, as that's my editor of choice. That's just my little 2 cents on how good I think this is and what a game changer it is if you're in this space, if you're interested in recording any video at high quality. I have to say, the Z7, I'm very happy with just the base video that comes out of that. The Z6 is supposed to be slightly better. What comes out of the Sony a7R III is fantastic. The a7 III is supposed to be slightly better. So you don't need one of these. But if you want to make money out of video, if you want to make a feature film, if you are an artist and you need the whole gamut of that a RAW file can offer, for $1,000, this is ridiculous. Ridiculous. If you're already buying a Z, one of the Zs, and you're going to get RAW, I highly recommend the opportunities that this is opening for us. We truly are living in an amazing time, and as all the other manufacturers hustle and bustle to offer RAW files onto a device like this, we're going to see some amazing things over the next couple of years. And I have to say, we thought last year was huge. I think it's just going to keep going. Different. We've had a lot of work on cameras and sensors. I think it's going to be a lot more about firmware, although I do think Canon's got some work to do. I'm not sure where Canon are at right now. Maybe they're not sure where they are. Do they want to protect their video cameras and they're still, and if that's the case, they should make a cracker stills camera. I'm not sure what's going on there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, please share, and of course, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. This thing's amazing. I love it. The potential. Oh my God. It's 37 degrees Celsius here today. That is over 100 Fahrenheit. It's a bit hot. I'm gonna go. Okay, bye.